we have 205 spots down in the city lots that we're gonna sell this year. And we've already booked about 107 of those, so we're about halfway on that. And when I say booked, you know, people have obligated themselves to it, whether or not they've paid yet or not, we're still doing that. But it looks like it's gonna be really successful. People are calling in from Michigan, Indiana, all over the state. So the advertisement's working, and it seems like everybody's real positive. People are calling for the first time like they've never heard about it before, so which blows my mind when you have 230 some year festival. But anyway, that's kind of where we are right now. We're doing some other things, but it's been kind of a slow month, being that it's been hot and it's not rained, so the grass hadn't grown, things like that. But if you got any questions, I'll be happy to answer them about anything you're concerned about.
Okay, thank you, Stephen. City Clerk, Jeanette Bertram. Nothing? Okay. Mayor's report, I have this on your desk. Another busy month for us, a lot going on. Do want to welcome Judge Haddix. He's come in. I was going to mention that the Senior Center project, the fiscal court continues to move forward with that. It's one of the items here. And Judge, I hate to put you on the spot, but we can say that it's after court day that we'll break ground, correct?
Yes, sir.
So that lets us know that court day this year on the city lots will be the same as it's always been. So looking forward to getting that project started down there. The 2024 facade grant applications, the committee met tonight, so we awarded 4 additional awards, which total $5,875. We'll make those announcements here on social media tonight and get those letters out to the recipients so that they can begin work on their buildings. And then there's 3 pending awards that have not been used yet, and we're just we've granted extensions to those folks to give them 1 more year to complete their projects. So for a variety of reasons, but the biggest reason is because of the projects on Main Street. They've not been able to, they don't want to paint when it's dusty. I get that. So, you know, we've given them another year. And then the Adena Trail upgrades, you know that we've received that preliminary award from Land and Water, which will allow us to build a stage. That was kind of our first item that we wanted to address down there. It's come at the right time. The Gateway Regional Arts Center has obtained a grant to have a basically a firm come in and help with design for the Adena Trail. That's what they want to do. So we have some money set aside. They're looking to help create a great design down there for us. We're continuing to seek input. We would like your input. On your desk, I did put there are a couple of opportunities to engage. That is July 31st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. at the Du Bois Community Center. There'll be a dinner and citizen focus groups. And then on August 2nd, the location is TBD, but I was told they're trying to book Sterling Meadows. The Citizens Institute on Rural Design is going to present back what their findings are and what the plan that they would like to see us move forward with. So this is great. It's not often that you get help on design. So if you all have ideas that you want to share, please bring those forward. Please come to one of these events if you're able to. And the good news is that we continue to move forward along the Adena Trail there to try to create something spectacular, not only for our citizens, but you know, to be a place where people will want to come and visit and say, look at this cool place that they have over in Mount Sterling. That could be a destination point. So topics of interest, of course, First Fridays. We've got 2 down. We've got 1 more to go in August, and then we'll have another event in September, which will be final Saturday. So looking forward to adding a new event this year. Farmers Market continues to move along nicely. Court Days is on the horizon, so we've got a meeting coming up in August, and then we'll be discussing that at next month's meeting. And staffing report, we are stable. We did not gain or lose anyone last month, so we'll consider that a win. Chief continues to look for folks that want to be police officers and work for the city of Mount Sterling, and hopefully we'll be able to offer some folks here soon, right, Chief? So that's from me to you. Anything that you have for me? Thank you. Item number 9 is Resolution R6 2024. It's a resolution of adoption of the Gateway Regional Hazard Mitigation Plan 2023 update. These are in your packets. It's quite detailed, but what this is us putting down on paper what we know are identified hazards in our community. You need a plan in place before you can apply for funding. So that's what this is. They've made some changes to this, so we are just accepting the changes they've made in this resolution. So just need a motion to approve the resolution.
Motion.
Motion by Trimble,
Second.
second by
Hilton.
Helton. You got it. Any further discussion? Poll the members, please.
Lawrence.
Aye.
Garrett. Hilton. King. Murphy. Trimble.
Aye.
Item number 10 is Resolution R7 2024. This is a resolution allowing medical cannabis business operations in the city of Mount Sterling, Kentucky. As you recall, last month we had a vote from council to refer this to planning and zoning to make recommendations where these businesses would be located within our zoning ordinances. The state has asked that we provide a formal resolution to them, which they can put on a website, which allows potential businesses to know which communities are yes, which communities are no, which counties are yes, which counties are no. So this is a formal resolution on what you voted on last month. So I'd ask for a motion to approve this resolution so we can send it to the state and make it official.
I'll make the motion.
Motion by Barnes, second by Murphy. Any further discussion? Poll the members, please.
Lawrence.
Aye.
Garrett. Hilton. King. Murphy. Trimble.
No.
Item number 12, I'm sorry. Did I skip one?
Yep.
No, I didn't, I'm sorry. I'm on track. Item number 11, Resolution R8 2024. This is a resolution of the City of Mount Sterling to adopt Title VI Implementation Plan to ensure compliance with Title VI of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. As you know, we apply for funding through a variety of different organizations. Before we can apply for funding through Department of Transportation and the Federal Highway Administration, we have to make sure that we have a updated Title VI plan in place. Gateway Community Action or Gateway Area Development District has done that for us, and we now have a formal plan in place, which we will have posted throughout our city hall and throughout our city spaces, as well as when we apply for those grants, we'll make sure that we are acknowledging that we are complying with all federal rules and regulations associated with the Civil Rights Act of 1964 and all Title VI plans that are in place. So just need a motion by King, second by Barnes. Any further discussion? Poll the members, please.
Lawrence. Garrett. Hilton. King. Murphy. Trimble.
Aye.
Thank you. Item number 12, Councilmember Murphy.
An ordinance amending ordinance 14-2015 related to more effective and efficient parking citation enforcement.
Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by King. Discussion. I'll give you, with this, you have one page, so with the parking ordinance, because it's so large, we are only going to make the changes that are appropriate within this amended ordinance. What we have seen recently is an increase in vehicles which are operable, because inoperable vehicles we can tow off our streets, which are operable but are leaking fluids onto our asphalt pavement and creating hazards. So we need something formally in place that gives us the authorization to tow a vehicle, which may be operable, however, creating a hazard on the streets through the fluids that are being leaking. And not just the streets, but going down our storm drains. So unfortunately, we've got vehicles that they're throwing that quart of oil in every day to keep it running, and that quart of oil is leaking out on our streets. So we've got to come to a better solution. We need a better solution, and after a notification, we'll tow the vehicle off the streets.
Is this another Stephen Tuttle thing?
Between Stephen and the police,
Give
yes,
him-
we'll
give
make
him
those
so much time
notifications. So,
to
yeah,
correct it.
if it's an inoperable vehicle, we'll give someone, give 7 days to find a new place for your vehicle. It needs to be off the streets. But like I said, what we're finding now is that operable vehicle, which is leaking very badly.
You're gonna give them a warning. You're gonna
Yes,
give them a
we'll give
warning.
them a notice that this needs to be moved off the streets by this time, or we will tow it. And it can't come right back on the streets. You're gonna have to put it in the yard, you're gonna have to put a driveway or something, or fix it. Ultimately, we'd like them to fix it, so. Motion by Barnes.
I'll
Oh,
second.
I'm sorry, we've already done
All
that,
right,
I'm
so I'll
sorry.
second it.
All right, so pull the members, please.
Barnes. Garrett. Hilton.
Aye.
King. Murphy.
Aye.
Trimble.
Aye.
Item number 13, Councilmember King.
First reading of ordinance 2024-08, an ordinance amending ordinance 66-83, Mount Sterling zoning ordinance to define medical cannabis businesses and to establish where said businesses are permitted within the city limits of Mount Sterling.
Do I have a second?
Just to clarify the difference between number 10 and number 13.
Did we have a second? I'm sorry.
I'll second.
Did Barnes second? And yes, discussion, yes.
Okay.
So to clarify the difference,
Yeah.
so the state has asked not for the minutes of our meeting to hang on their website. They want a resolution to hang on their website to let businesses know Mount Sterling
Yeah, that's.
is a community where you may open a medical cannabis business. So that's the formal resolution we passed. That's all that is.
Okay, that's all that amounts to.
Yes, so what this is planning and zoning has sent back their findings of fact and recommendation of where medical cannabis businesses may be located within our zoning plan. And you can see the page signed by the chair that's sent back to us has indicated that, and I'll just read these quickly, medical cannabis cultivation should be permitted in agriculture district or an industrial district 1 or 2. Medical cannabis processing and production should be permitted in agriculture district, industrial district 1 or 2, or general business district 4. Medical cannabis safety compliance facilities should be permitted in any of the business districts B1 through B4, professional district P1, or industrial district 1 or 2. And then a medical cannabis dispensary should be permitted in any of the general business districts B1 through B4. That was their findings. We have taken those findings and recommendations and placed them formally in an update to our zoning ordinance. So now that if someone's looking to come here, let's just say for the example with a medical cannabis dispensary, they'll know it has to go neatly into a B1 through a B4 zoning district. Any further questions?
All that, but I was like, I actually tried to read all that stuff.
Yes, well,
And
and one of the things that's worth noting here is there's no allowances for residential, so we do not allow any sort of cannabis business in any residential districts. It will have to go neatly into the districts that have been identified. If for whatever reason they come in, someone can request a zone change. And if you request a zone change, and you know the process is you have to go to planning and zoning, get it approved there, and then it would have to be 2 readings here to change a zone. So right now, you can go on our zoning map and you could look to see where potentially these businesses can go.
We're only looking at the potential of one possible
Right,
dispensary.
but, so we're
they're not-
looking
it's
at,
gonna be, they're not gonna be on every corner.
it's a 50-50 chance whether we get a dispensary. It's a, less than that, there's only 16, I believe, cultivators in the state. There's 120 counties. I mean, the odds are, and we don't have very much agricultural or industrial area anyway within the city limits. For a medical cannabis safety